Okay, no, it's not wrong. It's not wrong. We're trying to figure it out. I spent hours working on this yesterday. Maybe not an hour, maybe half an hour, maybe 15 minutes, but I did look at it yesterday. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Because in theory, you should not be hearing. You should not be hearing. But it looks like the auxiliary mic. Can you hear me? Yes or no? Maybe there's some kind of delay. There's a delay. That's the thing. Is there a delay? Sources live. That's why I get mad at you, because there's a delay and you're not hearing me directly. So let me see if I can eliminate this delay. Delay, delay, delay. No. We can hear you. We can hear you. Okay. No, we can't hear you, Lewis, but thanks for can you hear me? Yes or no? Okay, we're going to start the show. We'll start the show right now. Okay. It's not changing. This thing is a complete and utter mess. My son, I don't know what this is. Can you hear me? Okay, let's just go here. We're just checking to see if it comes from the computer. Okay, hello everybody. Look how great I look. Hello, hello, hello. Can you hear me? All right, here's the deal. Here is the deal. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Yes or no? Yes, okay. One person can at least 2 or 3 people and see you. Thank you, Jules. You can hear me and you can see me. Okay, I'm going to put the microphone in. Okay. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Okay. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Look at the blue. Can you hear me? Can you see me? A bit more on the volume. Okay, this might be something the matter with this. It might be something the matter with the computer. I don't know what it might be the matter with, but it's something. Just some manuals. Okay. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Hello, Lewis. Everyone in the chat, grab a beer. Hey, Phil. Miss Simpson. Okay, no, it's not wrong. You know what? It's not wrong. We're trying to figure it out. It's not a joke. I'm not making a joke when I ask you a question. I know everybody thinks this is the night. Maybe half an hour, maybe 15 minutes. Supposedly being a comedian. I'm not. You do not have to be funny. You don't have to be funny. If I'm saying, can you hear me? You can answer. You should not be hearing. You think, oh, that's a funny answer, Daz. Is that a funny answer? Yes or no? No. Maybe there's some kind of delay. The point is, I can't tell. I tried to tell. I can't tell. I unplugged a lot of stuff. When I unplugged the stuff, it worked. That's why I get mad at you, because there's a delay and you're not hearing me. Does it sound directly? Okay, so let me echo. You can say echo. See if I can eliminate this delay. Okay, let's turn this thing off. That's the problem there. Okay. Is there an echo? Is there an echo? We're not echoing now. Okay, there's no echo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is there an echo? It's now 5:03. Is there an echo? Is there an echo? The producer, my son, says this is what happens with these live streams. You got to ask the audience, the listeners, the viewers, the group, us, what's going on out there. I can't tell what's going on out there. I need your help. There's no echo. Okay, great. So there's now no echo. Okay, there's no echo. Okay, that's the point. How does it sound? Does it sound too low? Does it? This thing did a weird thing. Okay, can you hear me now? Now it's 5:04. 5:04. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, there's no echo, but it's 5:04. Can you hear me? Yes, but we are not an audience. We are cult members. Yes, But cult members, I consider you audiences because you're being disrespectful. If I'm the cult leader, I guess maybe I'm not the cult leader. Who is the cult leader? I spoke to Kinsey last night. She's been away for a week because she's putting her kids to school, whatever. I can read what you're writing. Okay, there might be a delay. I think there might be a delay out there. I don't know how much of a delay there is. Is this? Can you hear me well enough? Joodles is our leader. Yeah, she's a leader. She is a leader. Okay. All right. Welcome to the show. Welcome to day 84. I'm now exhausted. You've made me exhausted. Something is you have not made me exhausted, but I'm going to blame you. I got to blame somebody for this. I think what's happened is I turned on some settings, like some kind of delay settings. Okay. I'm turning on some settings. I think one of those settings is there a delay? Is there a delay in sending something out? There's the mixture, there's the I'm gonna have to Google this. Okay. So before we get started, let's just say this. Please press the like. I need you to press the like. Okay? All right. I need you to press the like. I need you to subscribe if you haven't subscribed. I need you to maybe I don't know what I need you to do. The last two shows have been horrific, horrific, and this show has started off. I'm like angry. I guess because I've been doing it. This is the 84th show. It's the 2nd of September. September. I'm still writing um, August. It's September, and it feels like September. It didn't feel horrible, but it feels a bit like September. Okay, so if you can hear me fine, okay. Yes. So you think this is so if I turn this off, does it sound the same? Does it sound the same? Does it sound the same? I think probably sounds the same. I mean, it sounded all right. I think the worst show ever. Yeah. I don't know whether yesterday's was the worst show or the day before. We went 40 minutes or an hour without any sound. I couldn't figure it out. I had to pull out all the wires, and that's what I have to do. Who ironed your shirt? Yes, the shirt is not ironed. I'm sorry. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I'm descending. I'm descending. I'm going into a black hole. I know I want to be thought of as being a famous person, but I'm not. I'm just a schlub. It sounds the same to you. Okay, so we're not going to use the microphone. We're not using the microphone. I want to use the microphone to let people know that this is a real show. But if it's not working, it's not working. If it's not working, it's not working. Maybe I could plug something else in. I've got to check out the delay in time, whatever. I don't know how to actually phrase that. There's a delay. There's a delay. I want to check out the microphone, and I want to check out the microphone. That's about it. Hello, everybody who's here today. We're gonna say hello to everybody. Everybody will be able to speak. I don't know whether that's important. I love the portrait. Yeah, it's by a friend of mine, Nikki, and it's brilliant. It's printed on wood. It's quite quality. She's an American. Well, she's been living here a while. Lewis, can you try to be nice, please? My chum is watching. Now, this is the thing. Maybe this is why the show's going to be bad. Because Judels has decided to bring somebody into this group who she's trying to impress. Of course, it's not going to work. She's going to see what kind of loser this guy is. And I wish I could say that I'm a good looking loser, but I'm continuing my weight loss. And I came in today at 77.0 kilograms, 77, which is one of the lowest it's been in years. In years. Well, I've been at 77 point something for 8 days now. So I'm like just so pleased. But I think my face is like that's not attractive. Is that attractive? And this thing here. I'm thinking about plastic surgery. What do you think? It's like that. What do you think about plastic surgery? Okay, right-click the speaker icon at the bottom right. Choose Open Sound Settings. This is so good. Thank you, Kermit. Thank you. Choose the open sound settings. Look at the input and change the drop-down menus to the other mic. Make sure it's plugged in. Okay. Okay. So here's the drop-down settings. Okay. Choose the open sound settings. Where is the open sound settings? I don't see the open sound settings. Remember, I don't have an Apple. I've got a Microsoft. It's made by Acer. That's the screen is made by Acer, and my son made the computer. Um, okay, let's just say look at input and change the drop-down menu. Where is the input? Let me just see here. Input. Sound input device properties. Manage input device properties. Headphones, speakers. That's output. Microphone. Microphone. Here's this. That's this. Okay, how does that sound? Do I need to turn something else off? Does that sound better than it sounded before? I just pressed the Elgato, which is what this is. It's an Elgato. It's an Elgato microphone. Can you hear me? Does that sound better, Kermit? We're talking to Kermit right now because he's helping. Can you hear me? Let's see if there's an answer to that question. Can you hear me? I've just switched it to the microphone, the Elgato microphone. Otherwise, it's the HD Pro webcam C. It's my Logitech one. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? No, I don't think you can hear me. Yes, we hear you. That's what I'm asking. I'm asking you specifically, Ruben. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Phil. I think, yeah. So it's for this. This is for the PC and not the Apple. Okay, that's good. So what I did was the input device is this microphone. Does it sound good? You can stream your settings so I can see. Uh, 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 I'm afraid. I'm afraid to stream it. Let me see if I can. I'm afraid to stream it because I've been talking dirty to pretty girls and talking to guys too. Um, and my WhatsApp always comes up. Let me just delete some of this stuff so if it does come up, you don't see it. Okay? If it does come up. Let me just see what's going on here. Thank you very much. We're all working on this thing together. This is the third day. Shush Weavers is here. Terrible sound. She thinks the sound is terrible. Okay, that's at least some input. That's exactly what I want, is some input. Okay, so we go over here, video capture device. There is no window capture device. We go to here. We go to here. We go over to here. We go to here, to here. I'm just deleting the stuff on the screen. And what am I looking for? I'm looking for input devices. Input devices, Windows. Okay. All right. Let's see what this is. Let's go over here. Sound setting. Okay, here we go. And then we go back to here. Okay, can you see this? That's that. That's that. Window capture. Turn on the window capture. And then how come where is the window capture? Hide, not hide. Not hide. Here we go. Here we go. Mag and night. No. How about that? There it no. 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 I think I need a producer is what I need. I need somebody who's going to be involved in my life. I'm looking for someone to save my life. I'm looking for a miracle in my life. And if you could see what it's done to me, to lose the love I knew, to save. Why is it here? That's not what's on the screen. That's not what's on the screen. I don't want that on the screen. Input device. Input. Device manager. Maybe that's what it is. No. No. Do you like that song? I was listening to a lot of that. That's like so old school. Manage input devices. Okay. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Okay, I don't know whether you can hear me or not, but what we're going to do is um, we're going to go back to here. Oh, I see what's happening. This is the settings. Let's turn this off. Let's turn this off. Let's go to here. Let's go to here. Let's go to here. Let's go to here. Done. No. Let's go back to here. That says Google. Let's see if that's the same. I don't know what that is. Let's go. I don't see what it is. I don't see what. If you open sound settings, you should be able to stream that window instead of the whole desktop. Right. Sound settings. Yeah, I'm trying to do that, Kermit. Sound settings. Sound mixer options. Choose your sound output device. There it is. Well, that's not that exactly. Maybe it is that. Manage input devices. See, I click it and it doesn't stay clicked. Okay. Can you all hear me, though? You must be able to hear me a little bit. I think it does. I've got to call up the producer to do this thing. I've got to call the producer. I called the producer last night. It was nice speaking to him. He's such a lovely boy. I'm mad at my other son a lot. A lot. And I got to get over being mad at him. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. So we got this. We've got this. We've got window capture. Okay. We've got the choice of window capture. Chrome. Okay, so here we go. Done. How come it's not up here? I don't know how to do the window capture thing. I'm pressing on this. Capture audio. Chrome. No input devices. What it's done to me to lose the love I knew. You know that? Do you know that song? You know who that is? What song that is? That is the Moody Blues. And I mean, I didn't really. I mean, I love the music. I didn't really like them so much. They were just like white guys to me, they were English guys from wherever they were from. Maybe from the north middle of the country. Okay, I can't figure out how to show this thing. Cressida, do you remember when? Okay, okay. Um, I just got a message from someone called me from Cressida. Cressida sent me a message, so I gotta can. Um, I am writing her. I'm saying I am live on air at the moment. I will. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I have been meaning to call you. Exclamation point. I love Cressida. Okay. So let's just see. So we're back to saying we can still hear the on the webcam mic. So maybe this thing, maybe I should just I'm taking this thing out. I've got no big microphone. You're hearing me on the webcam mic. Why on the webcam mic? We don't know. We don't know. Manage input devices. I've got one microphone. Okay. And that's what I've got. I've got one microphone. Steven says, Lewis, watch what you post. Yes, I should watch. I'm trying to watch. Because the last time I posted pictures of pretty girls, because I like pretty girls. I like ugly girls too. I'm not saying that the girls, I'm not saying, you know what I mean? You don't know what you don't know. I don't know what can come up. I don't know what can come up. So the answer to this question is I can't do it. Hi-ho. I've messaged you on Discord, Lewis. Okay, let me see what you say on Discord. See if I can do that thing. And while I'm doing that, I'll find the Discord link, and then you can join Discord. We can all join Discord. Kinsey set the thing up. She did an amazing job. I don't know whether I'm deserving of this. All I know is this is there's something the matter with me. There's something the matter with me. That's yesterday. Is there one today? Is there a message today? What is this going on here? Someone's getting surgery. I don't know where this is. Where would this be? Is that today or in the? I haven't really been up to date on the thing. Is that upwards? Is that upwards? That's the 27th. Let's see what the most recent one is. Okay, look at all the books. Look at that. Look at all that stuff. I don't see are there private messages for this on Discord? It, it's not an easy world. It's not an easy world. I mean, maybe this is as best as it can be done, and I'll speak to you guys afterwards when there aren't that many people involved in this, right? Is that the right thing to do? Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm sending you all the link for Discord. It's part of the procedure. You subscribe, Discord, you send me 10 pence a day, which is not bad. Maybe it is bad. I mean, if I had to, I wouldn't pay 10 pence to listen to me, but you can. Or maybe you can't. Maybe you don't want to. If you're on benefits, you don't have to send me anything. You don't have to send me anything. I think I think I mean a case could be made. I'm not saying this is the most interesting program. That's the Discord thing. Click on the Discord. Um, okay, let's get back on track. Okay, so here's what I want to say. Hi ho. Thank you. I can't look at the Discord right now. Okay, but I do appreciate it. Okay, we'll have to figure it out. Can you hear me? Can everybody hear me? Now I'm asking a question. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Yes, we can hear you. Thank you, Jubals. Okay. So I don't have my microphone. I have my microphone, which I lose my power. This is a 75-pound microphone that I bought at CEX. And basically, when you plug in one thing, it's the other thing, and it takes away the other thing. So, but thank you very much. Stephen, welcome back. I haven't seen you in a while. Lud comes in here. He's here. We got 35 or more people listening. So we're in good numbers. Yesterday numbers weren't quite as good. It's going to go up. It's going to go down. And I go up and I go down. I've been very, very moody lately. I get very upset. I get very, very, very upset. And I grew up in a family of you know, of like, of crazy people. My mother was crazy. She wasn't super crazy, but she did get into periods of craziness. And I don't get into extreme craziness. No one's ever said, "Oh, Lewis, you're like way too crazy." But okay, you're the original goat. What is that? Is that what that means, Kermit? Thank you very much for joining yesterday. Thank you, Kinsey, for setting up. the whole thing. But okay, so I came from a crazy household. But I think I'm just generally, I'm never like, oh my God, I'm insanely manic. I should be. I don't do anything. You know, my mother at least did stuff. She set out to do stuff. I remember she once made 13 cakes. 13 cakes. Maybe you should spend time with us on Discord. There's a karaoke machine, a casino. Me and the Chinese Elvis had a short game of cards. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Or maybe I'm, maybe this is too much, 2 hours for me to do. I'm doing more and more stuff. I'm trying to be a bit cleaner. I'm trying to be more organized. Like last night after the show, I went online to look to see how to settle this thing. We're learning. My son is gonna help me. I hope he is. Low or no cars make you agitated. No, they don't make you agitated. I'm not agitated. I'm a bit agitated here because I don't understand how the thing works. I'm a baby boomer. I was born in 1957. I know I look amazing. I know all you girls are thinking, let's put your head there. Let's touch it. But you reach a certain age and you don't understand. And what's happened here? I pressed some button that said that there's a delay of some kind. I, a couple of days ago, I pressed the thing to increase the quality of the broadcast. And I think that might have had an effect, or maybe it didn't. Also, I've learned this week that for every plug you put in, it could turn off another plug, which is what Hi Ho Kermit has pointed out to me. Okay? Yes. So this is what can happen. And you got to go into the computer, and this is a Microsoft computer, which means it has no class. Who said that? Steve Jobs said he's got no class. It's got no class. It's just too.
There we go.
There we go. Sandip. Sandy Mall. Sandip, how are you? How are you? Oh my God, that is so brilliant. That's my friend. He just subscribed, so that's good. So we're building up this. We're over 1,000 subscribers, and that's another thing I've got to do. I've got to set the subscriptions to actually be registered for payment. Hold on one second. Hold on. I'm going to see if I can do that now. I've got to go to YouTube audio. No, not audio. It's called YouTube Analytics. Yeah, maybe it's Analytics, and change the thing so that it it lists is content, and then I go to this here, and then I go to monetization. I put that on, and testing sound. That was yesterday. That was yesterday. So I think every single day I've got to put it on. I didn't know that. Put on monetization. Not that I think it's £2. It's £2 a day. So I'm getting rich from this. So that's good news. Sandip is here. Okay. I've been meaning to speak to Cressida, and I haven't spoken to Cressida. Let's get back on track right here. So it's not the carbs. Carbs have calmed me down. If you look at the thumbnail for today's show, you probably saw. I probably posted that before. That's a headshot of me getting tested for sleep apnea at the hospital. Look at how fat I was, and the fat is caused by carbs. Carbs. Hello, Romantis. So I don't believe in it. I don't believe in carbs. I've tried to keep low carbs. Yes, today I've had one biscuit. That's the only, and 1 teaspoon of sugar in my tea. That's the only thing that I've had is that. And it's been a very stressful day. Yesterday, I was told by my son that Donald Trump may be dead. May be dead. And he could die. He's 79 years old. My father died and he was super overweight at 77. Welcome to the cult. I hope welcome to the cult. It's not a cult. Don't say that because I'm not a good cult leader. The Church of Schaffer is real. I wish it were true. I wish it were true. I think I would like to be a cult leader, but I can't. What does it mean to be a cult leader? But so he's. I thought he died. Donald Trump died, and I was thinking, am I going to cry when Donald Trump dies? I think I might cry. I think I might cry when Donald Trump dies. He is somebody he's an American story. He has made himself great. He took himself, and I know you think he was a somebody with billions and millions and all of that stuff. It wasn't that way with him. He didn't have, you know what I mean? It wasn't. He cre- he created this idea that he could become president of the United States. We're all going to sleep with you, Lewis. Okay. I'd like to be a cult leader. What's one of those? I don't know what it means to be a cult leader. It just sounds it sounds good. I don't know what it means. We could talk about that. Should we talk about that now? I should be more organized. Let's talk about me being a cult leader. And what, the problem is with women, nothing personal, is you can't just sleep with a woman. You can't just sleep with a woman. You know what I mean? They've, you got to love them forever. Okay, anyway. Um, is that Donald Trump said, I want to become president. And he was not a great guy. I mean, I don't know, he might even be a good guy now, but he was not a great guy. And nobody that I know in New York liked him. Nobody. And he was just they called Donald Trump a meat fingered barbarian. Um, he was very uncouth in the buildings he built was like sort of low class buildings. I would call them low class. It's different. Um, uh, Claire C is back. Okay, good to see you. Is that he's like low class Donald Trump, but over time he made something of himself. He's not rich. Maybe he has a couple of billion. Maybe he's got a couple of billion, but that's not rich in America. It is rich. It's richer than than any of us. Maybe I don't know. And if you do have a couple of billion, send some my way. The point is that he created himself. And that's a very American story. A British story is he's kept his old friends. David Beckham is a great guy. He's kept his old friends. The truth is, you don't want to keep your old friends. You don't want to keep them. You want to get new friends. You got new problems. You know what I mean? You got to be somebody new. Somebody new. Donald Trump has found new friends. Well, Lorna, I'm sure she would have some great stories to tell. She's like, oh, Lorna was talking about her old mom. Anyway, how many followers do you have for it to be a cult as opposed to a ring? You, Jared, asked. Well, that's good. That's good. Yeah. I don't think a cult needs help to be a cult leader. Okay. Cult leader generally exploits sex and extracts money when they both go hand in hand, sex and money. Yeah. Well, that's why I'd like to be a cult leader. I want sex and I want money. I want sex and I want money. And I've never really had a lot of that. I know you think that I have, but and especially as I get older, 68. I'm 68. I mean, there's not much time for me to have sex. It's a racket. I'm doing a racket. Don't we all want sex and money? Maybe we don't want sex. We want to be loved. We want to be loved. And the fact is, since I was expected to have billions of followers, right? And I only have 36 right now, maybe 50 because some come and some go. It's been amazingly consistent. I don't even know, you're not even my followers. I'm your followers. I'm here for you. I was thinking I should go speak to Simon Jordan, but I thought, I can't let my followers down. I can't let my followers down. They want to be here. That's what I was thinking. I can give you one of those things, says Claire. All right, we're talking. We are really talking. Um, the problem is, if you contact me, you say, Lewis, I have to have sex with you. I would have sex with you, probably. I wouldn't be disgusted by that. But then, I don't know, not even but then. Anyway, so um, I'm a cult. I don't even know what it is to be a cult leader. It's sex and money. That's what I'm getting from this. But I have to give you something. What do I have to give? Just the sex part? You give me money and I give you sex. How many can I have sex with? I don't know if I can. I, I mean, the amazing thing is about me, and this is so gross now. This is where it's not appropriate. I've got more energy than I've ever had before, and look at me. I woke up this morning. I'm thin. This is the best show ever. Yes, it is not the best show ever. It's gross and creepy. I am a dirty, dirty old man. I should be a young man. I should be like, well, who was the guy on ITV, whatever, or I'm not even going to say. Russell Brand was a dirty old man. And look, they just turned on him. They didn't say, hey, he should have just said, hey, you did it willingly. You did it willingly, and now you want out of it? Claire, see, she's loving it. I think that makes you a rent boy rather than a cult leader. Yeah, maybe that's what it makes me. Maybe that's what yeah, it's nice to be wanted. Yeah, that's what Hi Ho Kermit says. Yeah, I'm a rent boy. I'm a rent boy. Maybe it's something like from what's that movie that I like, Midnight Cowboy. Do you remember that movie? Lorna says you don't have to be a Bonnie Blue. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, yeah. And Claire C can't stand Russell Brand. Why can't you stand them? Um, the point is, yeah, I don't want to be. I mean, like Bonnie Blue. That's different. That's different. That is different. She just did it for attention. She had to do 1,000 to get the attention that she needed. I don't think she did it. I'm not doing it. We're keeping it as my love for you, Lorna, and Joodles, and Claire, and you, and Hi-Ho Kermit is all secret. Secret. We're not telling anybody. We can't tell anybody. You don't want anybody to know. I love Lewis Schaffer. I love Lewis Schaffer. Anyway, Joe is in. Is Joe here? I think Joe is here. I miss Joe. Anyway, but thank you very much for coming. You can't be a hustler and hang out with Hoffman. Um, no, in that movie, Hi-Ho, you can't be. I mean, it was a really sad movie. I mean, I remember seeing it. I remember seeing it in parts because in America they cut a lot of parts out of it, and I saw it. I was traveling in Austria when I was 18 years old, and I didn't really even understand it then. Bonnie blew a fella. Yeah, do you remember? I suggested that. I'm walking here, says Marianne. You remember that? I'm walking here. It was so New York. It was a real New York. And he's like, he's living in a building that been set fire to. I don't know if there are any of those buildings anymore because they had set fire to the entire city at the time. But is Bonnie Blue a fella? Does anybody know if she's a fella? So that's what I'd like to be. I want people to watch this and to be interested in this. I don't know what it takes. They take to treadle that, but no, it's not true that she's not. She's not. She's a woman. She's a woman, yeah. That's why you can see the deadness of her in her eyes. She looks dead because she's had sex with that many guys. And women don't generally like that. Yeah. Generally did not like that. And like I'm talking about Donald Trump being 79 years old. And Ruben comes in and says his nan lived to 99 years. Yeah, so yeah. Women seem to love Russell Brand when he was younger. Now he's a bit older, young guys. But find him yuck. He always wears clothes that are too small for him. Warning to, warning to. His face is extremely feminine and he isn't funny. He's a turnoff. Well, that's your opinion, Claire. That's your opinion. What is the meme that Romantis is using? I don't understand. Yeah, Donna, I agree with you, Donna. She looks a bit strange. She looks very masculinized. But maybe that's what happens when you have sex with a lot of guys. You become masculine. That's what they're saying. They're saying that. I don't believe that though. I don't believe that. Um, let's see. So Romantis isn't a fair fan of Russell Brand. Well, what? First of all, you can't really trust him. Because he uses a lot of big words, all these big words he's using. Look at us. Look at how I know all the big words. But you got to give the guy credit. He's been trying to learn the big words, and he's learned the big words. But girls like him a lot. I was doing that show with John Cleese, and he walked in the room, and it was like, woo! It was like people were so excited to see him. Of all the people that were on the show, He was the most excitable. They haven't aired it yet because he's now persona non grata. He's being canceled. You, Jarrett, liked Russell Brand. Says really funny when he did Ponderland. I haven't seen that, but yeah. I'm not a big Russell Brand fan. This is what Donna says. Let me just write this down. Russell Brand. I should keep track on this. Ronald Brand. Okay. Not a big fan, but he was highlighted some important issues, so let's let him off. And he switched teams, basically, because he knows that the moralistic team that he was on, all those girls, all those women, no longer like him. And he's like, how could you not like me? This was over 20 years ago. You came up to my flat. You know what I mean? I can understand you thinking you made a mistake, but okay. That's it, Lewis. Buy yourself some tight leathers and say a few jokes. He has a massive tube following. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And he's very hardworking. He's very smart. He goes where it's necessary. He's nice to people. I'm not nice to people. You see how I yelled at all you guys? I shouldn't have done that, Ruben. So, but that's what he does. That's what it. I am a failure. I'm not even a failure. I'm a loser. I'm a loser. I'm old enough to be a loser. I don't know if there's a third or fourth act in Lewis Schaffer's repertoire. Kerry Macker watched the shows, and they were brilliant shows. He's really, I watch his shows. I like Russell Brand. I like him. But you have to remember, he's a lot I'll tell you what he's like Donald Trump. He's a guy from out there in that horrible place, wherever that is, Essex or Kent or something. Okay. And he decided he wanted to be a great one, and he's become a great one. So we can't really reject him? Can we reject him? No, I don't think we can. We can't really reject him. Don Aylesbury, he is a bit gay though. Could be, could be. Am I gay? Do I strike you as being gay? Let's talk about this. I don't care one way or the other. I made kind of a sort of semi living by people thinking that I was gay because that's what happened in comedy. I told jokes and they thought, oh, this guy's gay. So he might be a bit gay. I mean, that's what I thought when he was accused of all this stuff. The guy, not that he's gay, could be gay. He could be flexible. I'm against homosexuality in public, so I'm not going to admit that I'm gay or not. I don't care what you heard I did in college or in New York or here or in the bathroom at the Ivy House. I don't care what you've actually seen me done to. I don't care about what I've actually done to you. Russell Brand should get it on with Bonnie Blue. He should have a bash at her overused Maud. I don't know what that is, but it sounds like something. I think he's just flamboyant, so Kermit is giving him the benefit of the doubt. You are a total ladies' man, Lewis. Well, most of these ladies' men are gay. A lot of them, Claire. You can't be sure. I wouldn't be sure about me. I wouldn't be sure. If you came up to me and says, Lewis, and you're a guy, you said, Lewis, can you give me a hug? I'd give you a hug. If you gave me some money, I'd give you. I mean, I'm morally ambivalent. This is the problem with me. That's what I've lived my life afraid of. I'm afraid of being morally ambivalent, ambiguous, and ambivalent. Okay? Judel says, I think Russell Brand would do anything, literally anything. Yeah, possibly. Yeah, possibly. Possibly. Who's read that book, Portnoy's Complaint? Lorna, that's one of my favorite episodes of Still Game. Lorna says, what is that? Okay. So, I don't think Russell Brand is gay, says you, Jared. He's just not bothered if there's another bloke at the other end of the lady. What do you mean exactly without being too dirty? Remember, we're on YouTube, and I have to sign a thing that says everything is fine. That's what I have to sign. I got to sign a thing. Okay. I mean, I'm the same way. It's like right now. I don't know if we should be discussing this because it's been kind of like a revelation to me. I don't think this whole idea is, I don't know what they call it, head count or whatever it is with women, or how many men a woman has been with, and if they're with one man, then they're forever with that man. If they're with two, they're forever with two and whatever. I don't believe that. I don't believe that anymore. I think people are, they don't get dirty. I don't believe in dirty. I don't believe in germs. And people are self cleaning anyway. And they're not, they're self, they're not dirty. You girls are not. You're clean to me. Politics. You need to start Sunday morning papers review and give your irreverent thoughts through the lens of your American eyes. Oh my God, that's so exhausting. It is so exhausting, Ruben. I appreciate that. I'd like to sit there and read the newspapers. I'd have to buy the newspapers. I'd have to read the newspapers. I'd have to have an opinion on the newspapers. You know I have an opinion. You hear my opinion. Every 2 hours a day for 84 days. You've heard my opinion, Ruben. Okay? So do I have to say it on a Sunday? Well, who would listen to me say it on a Sunday? Maybe you would. Romantic, says Claire. There was a photo in Twitter of Lewis in a tux. I think it was the Christmas headliner. Yeah, well, I have 3 tuxes. I look amazing. Body count or notches in the bedpost. You think to yourself, so, that's, well, notches in the bedpost is how they judge men, and body count is how they judge women. And then women have to lie. They have to lie. I mean, maybe it is true that the first guy that a girl has sex with, it's like imprints on their brain or something. But I don't think it's women can love. They can love a man even if they've had boyfriends, lots of boyfriends, even if they've been a whatever. Even if they sold it and gave away or had 1,000, they can still love as strongly. I believe that, and I think this is the nice part of me. So I'm saying this. Why am I saying this publicly? Because I am thinking about it, but I want you to believe that I'm a nice guy. How about that? I want you to think that I'm a nice guy. But I do believe that. So I don't ask a girl how many guys she's been with. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to me. Okay. I'm sure he did something, a bloke, yeah, for a bag of gear, for a two show, for a two show. Donna says, yeah, he probably did that. He probably did that. And you're telling me most women haven't done that to a guy, you know? And now people are admitting to it. I mean, 1,000 is a bit problematic to me. To me. Okay. Yeah, that's so we agree. We agree. He did that. Of course, maybe he did that. Maybe he didn't do it. What is the difference if he did, he didn't do it? You know what I mean? It's like people are nice to you. You want to be nice to them, and people are nice to you, and they're pretty, and you got nothing to do, so why not? Whatever it is. So glad I joined in today. I was having some time out to focus on writing, but felt the need to. We could write other times. This is only 2 hours a day, Joe. But thank you very much. Beautiful. I thought you were going to change your name, Joanne. Well, I am smutty. Yeah, you probably are, but you're not that smutty. The girls who think they're smutty are probably not as smutty as they're not. They don't think that they're smutty, so you're probably not smutty. Yeah, I can absolutely declare I've never slept with a man for a bag of gear, says Joodles. Um, what is gear anyway? Is gear drugs? Is that what that is? Yeah, neither have I. Neither have I. I mean, I have. Well, Joodles. Yeah, so what? So what? Okay, it's nice to know. Now I like you, Joodles. Before I thought to myself, oh, she's the kind of girl. No, I didn't think that. Vatanai says, I've never found Brand funny. You know what? You can't find everybody funny. There are 35 people here. The rest of the world is not tuning in. A lot have tuned in. They're not tuned in. They're not tuned in. So they don't find me funny. They don't find you funny. What can you do about it? I find you, Vatanai, I find you funny. But not everybody's going to find everybody funny. We can't feel bad about the world. The world is against us. We're all going to die. Hey, Joodle, says Joe. Had to do this today. Felt right. Yeah, you got to come in here and feel right. You got to, because Joe, you know what a good guy I am. I don't know if I'm a good guy, but I'd like to be a good guy. Am I a good guy? Am I a good guy? I don't know. I'm trying to be a good guy. I can't give everything to everybody all the time forever. I can't. Bonnie Blue reminds me of a Purdy dish. What is a Purty dish? Donna Aylesbury. Yeah, you, Jarrett, wants 2 bags. I think that's... We're not talking about... We're not going to talk about that because I might get banned. I mean, I watch all the big shows, and they're always, like, saying... You know, they don't say... They say, like, PDF instead of the other word. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's very interesting. She struck me as looking a bit manly. I mean, you got to follow her mother. Her mother is like leading the way on this. I think that's what's happening now. There's a lot of like perversion going on, of which I am one. But I mean, real perversion going on. People don't even know it's perverted what they're doing with their own whatever. Let's see. There's a lot of that going on. So I like Russell Brand. The general consensus is you're not big Russell Brand fans. I like Russell Brand. Am I a fan of his? He doesn't strike me. In order for me to be a real fan, there's got to be something that I go, okay, that's Lewis Schaffer there. I don't feel like he's like Lewis Schaffer. You are a good guy. Thank you, Claire. You want to feel like he's on your team. He is your team. He's like you. Here's a guy like me. There's Leanne. Oh my God. You messed me up with the picture on Livestream. Hey guys, glad you're not looking at looking like the picture. Yeah, hi guys, period. And glad you're not looking like the picture, Lewis. Yes. Yeah, terrific. Horrific picture. And that's why when people say to me, I'm anti-disabled, I'm anti-fat people, all that stuff. You look at me. I was fat. I weighed over 100 and something kilograms. Okay. I weigh over 100 kilograms. I was waking up every 90 minutes at night. I had to go in for this test. I had swollen hands, swollen feet. My teeth were falling out. They were crumbling. My whatchamacallit was bleeding. My gums were bleeding. I had retinopathy, which means I'm getting like weird stuff in my eyes. And that's like a look into your thing. So I looked horrible. Hey, we got somebody new coming in, the Gunner lowdown. Let's talk to Gunner and see where are you from, Gunner? And are you fat? Answer the 2 questions. Where are you from and are you fat? I like Russell. That's what Kermit says, and I appreciate your help, which you've given me. Okay, well, you tried to give me, but I don't know if I could actually follow through. But he's got a bit braver since moving to the U.S., where he breathes that free speech there. Yes, they arrested Graham Lennon. Is that horrible? It's like them arresting who's the greatest comedy writer in America. You don't do that. You do not do that. You don't arrest Graham Lennon, but they arrested him. Sent 5 people because of tweets. Where's the person who tweeted me saying they wanted to torture me and to shoot me? So that's like amazing. Lewis, you are funny and serious at the same time, but you are not a smartass and a show-off like Brad. No, I hope I'm not. I try not to be. How can I show off? How can I show off? I'm in my living room. I'm in my living room right here. There's nothing here. I can't show off. I don't, because I don't want, that's a good point. I don't want, let's not show off. That's what smartass means. Thank you very much, Father. I appreciate that. The ghost of Schaffer passed. Yeah, there's been, you're 68. There's a lot of bad stuff going on. Joe says, hello, Leanne. I love Leanne. Leanne is also, I don't know if I should say it, but this is the fat shaming program. She's in the process of losing weight and being beautiful. I mean, she was always beautiful, even as a whatever, but she's more and more beautiful. Leanne, you are more and more beautiful. Okay, that's all that matters. Is there an echo? Is there an echo in this thing? How can there be an echo? There can't be an echo. There should not be an echo. Why is there an echo? Is there an echo? I don't know if there is. Okay, let's get back on track. Yeah. You're the house chair. You're number 2, Jules. Okay. So, echo. This is a new mic. Suddenly, is that new mic? No, it's not plugged in. I have nothing plugged in. Am I too close? Is it still echoing? Now we got to work on that. Oh, God, this is all I need. Is there really an echo? Well, let me go to here. What do I press here? Device manager, manage input devices. Choose your output device. It says this here. I only have one microphone. So how can there be an echo on it? You live in Newcastle and you're not skinny. Are you skinny? Are you skinny? There you go. Well, who loves Newcastle? Who's been in Newcastle more than any other city, including Birmingham and Manchester, Liverpool, and Bristol? I've been there. I walked across it. I did a pub crawl there. I did a gig in Gateshead and in Newcastle. I love Newcastle. Why is it really bad? Could it be my phone? Maybe I should move my phone away. I put my phone behind me. Is it still that way? Maybe what I could do is I could lower this here. How about this? Does this sound a bit too much? How does this sound? The mic has a mind of its own, or else the ghosts have got at it. Maybe it's the disabled people. Do you think it's the disabled people? I don't know. It's massive reverb. Okay, so how do we cure the reverb? How would we cure the reverb? Maybe I'll turn this thing off. How about this? How about this? Curing reverb. Curing reverb. Okay, no, I think reverb is something else. Oh, please. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna plug in the other microphone. That's all I can do. What else can I do? That's all I can do. That's all I can do. Is it much better? Is it better? Is it better? Why? What is it bearable? What have I done? Can you hear it now? Just carry on, Lewis. It's okay now. I want this to be as good as it can possibly be because people plug in and they want to see what we're doing. Skinny girls wear baggy clothes. Big girls wear super tight clothes. Is that based on my point, which is if you think you're a tramp, you're probably not a tramp. If you think you're a genius, you're probably an idiot. If you think you're beautiful, you're probably ugly. So if you think you're ugly, you're probably beautiful. We're all wrong about things. But that doesn't mean, based on what we think, we can't try to be the best we can possibly be. There must be 2 mics. The sound from one is taking a split second longer to come through than the other one. It says this, there aren't 2 mics. You know what I could do? Mic input test. Okay, I'm doing the mic input test. Let me see what we got right here. It's gone bad again. Has it gone bad again? Mic input. No results for that. Mic input settings. No. This is just crazy. This is just crazy. Donna, mostly I wear in-between clothes. I'm a skinny girl. You are a skinny girl. There we go. We like the skinny girl. We like heavier girls too, but let's all be skinny. Mic input test. Let's just see. What do I do? This sound mixer options. Sound system. Maybe it's this. Maybe this is bad. I got OBS 64. Maybe I should have that. Take it. I should close that. Maybe I'm gonna close that now. I'm gonna take a risk and close it. How about that? I'm gonna take that out and close that. about that? I'll take that out and close that. Input. It's got one microphone. Master volume is at 50. System sounds. I'm going to see if I can turn this off. The OBS system. Anybody know about OBS? Resets them to the defaults. Okay, does that work? Can you hear me? How does it sound right now? How does it sound right now? Turn it off and turn it back on again. Yeah, I should be doing that. I'm trying to turn it off. I'm trying to turn it off. 1, 2, 3. I don't know how to. I don't know if I want to turn it off. It's louder, but still echoing. Oh, that's louder. That's louder. Okay. I'm going to see if I can delete OBS, because that's like, I don't think we need that. Open the control panels. There we go. We'll open the control panels. Control panels. Where's the control panels? Calendar. Where's the control? Maybe it's under settings. OBS Studio. It's already running. I'm running OBS, but I don't need to run OBS. I don't think. I don't think I need to run OBS. Does anybody know about OBS? Maybe this is it. Maybe this, I gotta turn off OBS. Does anybody know about OBS? Let me see if I can turn off programs. Turn off a program. Again, we're having problems. 2 pages, more like a portal to the underworld to my ears. Okay, give me a second, everybody. Give me a second. Okay. It's because, like I say to my son, I want to get rid of OneNote or OneDrive or something. And he goes, oh, keep it. So we go to settings, and then we go to control panel. Where's the control panel? Control panel. We go right at the control panel. Okay. Hardware programs, uninstall the program. Okay, and we go up to OBS Studio. Okay, and then we say uninstall. We're going to uninstall. And if I don't speak to you, it means this has happened. And I'm going to sign up again pretty immediately, probably. Okay, I'm uninstalling OBS. And seeing if it still works. It says completed. Close. I've just closed OBS. Let's see what else is up there. Okay. Can you hear me now? Thumbs up if you can hear me. Can you hear me? Is it still echoing? 1, 2, 3. Uninstall it immediately. Okay. I don't even know what those symbols mean. Like, they're wasted on me. Ruben, I'm not. This is what I'm doing. I'm doing every single day. It's a technical, tactical mistake for me to go every single day. Okay. Okay. I don't know. This is what I'm doing. I'm doing this every single day. Is it the right thing to do every single day? Should I play hard to get? Basically, what should I do? I don't know if I want to do that. I don't know if I want to do that. Okay. Can hear you, but think you have two YouTube pages open. Okay, maybe I do. Let's check the YouTube pages. Let's turn this off. Okay, we've got no YouTube. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Velikovsky can hear me, says Joodles. Very funny. Can hear you, but think you have two YouTube pages. I turned off the. This is making me ill. It sounds like it's being picked up by 3 times. Okay, I've deleted the YouTube pages. Can you hear me? Does it still sound bad? Can anyone hear me right now? Can you hear me? Who am I talking to? I'm talking to you. Can you hear me? I can hear you. How does it sound? Does it sound clear? I've done 2 things. Your computer mic is on as well as your big mic. It doesn't say that. What is my big mic? My big mic is not plugged in. It's not plugged in unless it's being sent over the thing. It's better now, actually. Is it better? Is it sounding better? Maybe, is it sounding better? Keep talking. I'm talking. 1, 2, 3. We can hear you, but it doesn't sound clear, says Leanne. Yep, that's better. Congrats, says Jedster. Sounds terrible, says Shishweaver. Lewis. Yes, but it's poltergeisty. So the sound is bad here. Sound bad halfway. The phasing effect is still present. Okay, I don't know why. Let's see, what else can we do? How about this? Is it loud enough? Can you hear me? It's a bit loud with some reverb, but not bad. I'm lowering the sound here because it's coming up very loud. How about this? How does it sound now? It's a bit loud with some reverb, but not bad. Maybe turn the mic down a bit. Okay, I've turned it down here. Video capture device. I don't know what this thing does. I don't know. Better now. It's better now. Better. Because I've been using the microphone on this on the computer, the Logitech one. The Logitech one. That's better. Leave it, Lewis. It's perfect again. Thank you, Kerry Macker. Thank you, Marianne, for saying it's better. Thank you for responding. This is what I need. This is what I need. This is what I need. Okay. So we've decided that's better. That's still, Shishweaver says still terrible. That's getting better. Okay. Well, what I did was, I've got a mixer thing here, and I lowered the mic so that it's not quite as loud. Number 1. I went over here to check the input devices as per Kermit says, input devices in the computer. And that's not what I wanted to see. Okay, does that sound better, Shishweavers? So that's good. Okay, where are we? Rachel is here. Oh my God, I love it. Every time I see the name Rachel. Sorry, other girls, but that's, you gotta have one favorite girl, or girl's name. I sure picked the wrong day to fit a sound bar on the TV. Yeah, are we blaming you for this? Leave it. Okay, I'm leaving it. Now, what do we do now? Maybe I should take a break. I'm going to go get some water. Just you all stay there, talk amongst yourselves, or maybe you get a glass of water too. Okay. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back, sound systems. I'm lowering the sound system. The OBS 64 shouldn't even be here. Okay. Trying to delete the OBS system. Okay. Alan Williams isn't here. Is that right, Jules? Trademark. That's right. Chair time. Don't forget to knock the audio settings as you walk off, Lewis. Possibly that can happen. That can happen, and we won't have any sound. Russ is here. We missed Russ yesterday. I mean, he was here yesterday, but I missed him. Chair TV, says Leanne, Chair TV. And Mark, not around. With the elevator music, for F's sake. Yeah, I gotta put some music. Maybe some music. Some music. Chair time music. So, that they arrested Graham Linehan. They arrested the guy for these tweets. 3 tweets. Things you can say in America, but you can't say in this country. And then Keir Starmer says, oh, we've got free speech. We've had it for many years, and I hope to have it for many years. You know, what a liar. What an absolute liar. He is a liar. Isn't he a liar? He's probably a liar. And and Graham Linehan, who I've met many times, a couple of times, and he's over in America. He's working with Andrew Doyle. I'm waiting for the call for someone to ask me to come, but no one's asking me to come. You're the only people. You're the only people in my life. You're my inspiration. That's that Chicago song. What's the Chicago song? You're my inspiration. I never did. Let's find out what that is. Chicago. Chicago. Do you know the song I'm thinking about? Chicago. Chicago. My inspiration. There it is. Oh, it's that guy. I'm not a big fan of that guy. That was that music. That horrible music from the 1980s. You remember that? Lewis Schaffer, the home of free speech. Okay, let's get back on track. I got distracted for a second. Okay, Leanne wants to know where I've been. I did go out. I went to, no, I haven't heard from the radio station. I'll send them a message. I got to pick up my stuff. Anyone who hasn't paid Free Speech Union about £30 really needs to immediately. Let's pay. I pay Free Speech Nation, yes. Not Free Speech Nation, Free Speech Union, sorry. Google Free Speech Union, and let's send them. But first, give me some money. And which Judels does. Thank you very much. I have been tweeting about Linehan this morning. Yes, we should all tweet about him. We should just say that he's, that our leader, Peter Cetera, that guy. He's like the guy in the Moody Blues, but not quite as good. Blonde hair. And he basically... he was the only. I'm not saying he was the only one who had talent, but Chicago had too many band members. It was too much, trumpets and whatever. And then this guy Foster, maybe it's David Foster, I don't know. Some great big record producer saved him or took him away. I'm not playing it. I'm not playing the song. You're my inspiration. If you go over to Uncle Sam, they won't let you back in. You'll be arrested for being honest. On your return, yeah, or I'll have 5 cops waiting for me. That could quite be true. It quite be true. But then a case could be made. Graham is from Ireland, so they arrested him. And is he English? Does he have a British passport? I got to get one of those. I'm not a good singer, Lorna. I'm sorry. This is the best that I could do. It's the best that I could do. It's the best that I could do. I met my previous girlfriend on Twitter. She is my ex now. That's another good joke. Good joke. Choodles is laughing at Lorna. She doesn't care about me. She doesn't care. Caroline Cooper is here. Hello, evening all to Caroline Cooper. Lewis, you were a brilliant band. They were a brilliant band back in the early 70s. Terry Kath, remember? Yes, they were. They were 25 or 624. They were really good. Save all your ex posts for when you're on holiday because you don't want to be arrested. Is that what you're saying, Taz? That's funny too. I'll name that tune in 500, says Vatanai. Yes, yes, very good. Yeah, yeah. Thank you, everybody. Leanne says, Russ, Leanne's laughing at Russ. You're laughing at Russ, and that's good. That's good. I've had a good day today. I mean, part of this show wasn't that good, but part of it was good. I deleted the OBS thing, which I think I can. At least I hope I can. I'll find out that I've deleted all the programs and all the software and everything else about it. Possibly. Who knows? I don't know. You don't know with this kind of thing. Hi-ho, Kermit. Imagine you can do an amazing impression of Judge Judy. Shoulda, coulda, woulda, sir. The judgment is in favor of the plaintiff. I mean, I'm a different I don't know. I think she had a bit more. I mean, she reminds me of my mother, but not quite. There's a difference there. Because she's, she was like one of those people in the early days of university education. Now every single woman is getting educated. And as you know, I'm against that. I love the karaoke parts of the show. They're fabulous. Thank you, Jules. They will be raiding J.K. Rowling's house. I assume that's what you mean, Donna. Yeah, they're going to be yeah. Or my house. They could be coming here. And you say, well, where's Lewis? You say he's been arrested. He's been arrested. That means you might be arrested. That's why we've got to be careful with what we write here. That's why I try to be careful. I love Judge Judy. Huge early Chicago fan. Check out Ballet for a Girl at Buchanan. Ballet for a Girl in Buchanan. Yeah. I mean, I've seen videos on them, and I listened to them when I was young. Remember, I'm 68 years old. They'll be raiding. That's what Donna says. Yeah, they will be. They won't go anywhere near her, Donna. She could buy and sell them all. No, she can't. She can't. She doesn't have that much money, Joodles. And I know you think $1 billion is a lot of money, but the state has $1 trillion. And they can just print money and just destroy us all. You'd be popular in jail. What, because I sing a song, Romantis, or because I'm really good looking? Look at how thin I am. Do I seem thin? I don't know if you can see. You can see that. You can see that. Joodles is laughing at Romantis. So what's going to happen with the guy? The guy's going to be arrested. And basically, America is laughing at Britain. Or a lot of America is laughing at Britain for what they are. A lot of people didn't laugh at Nazi Germany, but they did. This is the worst cult ever. It is. I'm not getting any money, and I'd like to have a bit more sex. I'd like to have any sex. So you call me. Yeah. Lovely and thin. Thank you, Leanne. That's what the goal is to be lovely and thin. I want to be lovely and thin. I want to be lovely, lovely, lovely and thin. I mean, what happened yesterday was I only had about 1,000 calories, which meant that this morning I woke up, I weighed 77 kilograms. And that's what I want to get down to 75 kilograms, which is 2 kilograms, which is 4 pounds, which is half a stone. Lewis and Orange. Okay, then, yeah. I'd be in prison. I would like being in prison, actually, to tell you the truth. I don't think people would give me a hard time. I don't think that they would now, and I like the idea that I'm told what to do. That's what I like about this. And Ruben is always saying, do less shows, we're just doing this. That's what I like every single day. I haven't brought my own funeral. How much did it cost, and what are you having done? I mean, I don't want. I want to be cremated, probably. I'd like to actually be buried in the middle of the deepest, darkest woods, and no one notice where I'm buried, with no stone. Yeah, but that's something similar to that. I mean, I was involved in funerals, in cemetery action here at Southwark. That denim shirts look like prison shirts and stir crazy. Kind of it does. I got this at a charity shop or something. And it has a stain. I don't know if you can see the stain. Can you see it? There's a stain somewhere. It's not coming out. And I like stir crazy. I like the two of them. You don't want to be too thin as an older person. You need some leeway in case you get sick and lose weight unintentionally. No, Kermit. I disagree with that. The whole point. What fat does is it feeds cancer. It doesn't cause cancer to grow. Fat people get cancer or have deeper cancer. We all get cancer. But if you're fat, if you eat too many carbs and you're fat, you've got too much energy going around your system, which promotes cancer growth. So I think the best to be super, super skinny if you're going to get cancer. I'm trying to prevent cancer. It's really important. Dying on stage is not the same as being involved in funerals. And I'm going to tell you something about Lewis Schaffer. As you could probably tell, no comedian has died more deaths than me. I can honestly say that because most comedians, if they died as many deaths, many horrible shows where people are walking out, are screaming, are just saying this guy's not funny, they wouldn't keep on going. You have to have I don't even know whether it's a thick skin. I just keep going. My mom got sick this year, and now she's so thin she can barely walk and cannot put the weight back on. What did she get sick of? You know what I believe in. I believe in a low carb diet. That's what I believe in. I got yelled at by Lucy, who was here briefly, and now she's not here. I should have said hello to her. She's not here. She yelled at me. She says, because you're just always talking about food issues. But that's the most important health thing that we have. Seriously, eating carbs isn't the cause of all cancer. It is the cause of cancer growth. Basically, yes, I believe that. I've read one book. I didn't read the book. I saw a video. I didn't see a video. I actually just looked at the thumbnail. That's what it said on the thumbnail. Lewis, you know of Gary Nolan? He's a superstar in the world of cancer care. He has invested most of the cancer tests, invented most of the cancer tests used in the world. He's so great. He's a professor at Stanford University. I've heard of him. I did look him up. I did listen to a lot of the things that he said about 7 or 8 years ago. I wasn't impressed. I don't even remember why I wasn't impressed. Romantis. But first of all, saying, oh, he's at Stanford University, I go, screw that. Yeah, screw Stanford University. It's like you say, oh, he's a professor at Oxford University. You should be impressed. He's Tommy Cooper. What about Tommy Cooper? But that's the point. The point is carbs cause cancer growth. Otto Warburg, German, and what's his name? And that Dr. Thomas Seyfried. We've discussed this before. Yeah, not the book, not the video. Not the video. Yeah, that's what it was. But you can learn everything you need to know. Carbs cause mitochondria to multiply. With no carbs, you won't have that. I believe that. All done now, Choodles. Been meaning to do it for ages. Thank you for the shove. What did you do? And now you're an expert. Yes. Yeah, this guy's an expert because Romantis is a girl, beautiful girl. Because you see somebody, they have the name doctor. They're a professor at Stanford University. They must know what they're talking about. They don't. What is the gross part? Lucy is here, and I didn't yell at you. You did yell at me. You said to me, that this show would be better with less food talk. You got to be careful what you say to me, Lucy. I'm really super sensitive. I'm really super sensitive. Lucy is an old friend of mine. I say that with a bit of doubt. She's not really quite a friend. I never really spoke to her that much. I never spoke to her. And actually, she hates me. So that's, I think, the opposite of a friend. Thanks, Lorna Hutchinson. She's doing so much better, but she struggles with energy levels. Well, how much does she weigh? And what is her? Why don't she eat red meat and eggs? That's what I eat. Are you on Twitter? Do you follow me on Twitter? Where is my Twitter thing? Can you see the Twitter thing? Can you see that? Can everybody go to the Twitter thing? Lewis Schaffer on X or Twitter. Can you do that? Lewis Schaffer on Twitter, please. Okay. No joke. Trump is making an announcement. Maybe he is stepping down to Vance. I cannot see that happen. That he would step down. He's Donald Trump. He got shot twice. He got impeached twice. He got 5 jail, cases against him. They've been at war with him. He's not backing down. But he might be brain dead. Who knows what the story is? He used to eat McDonald's. I remember when I was younger. I told you this many times. I saw pictures of him eating McDonald's. The problem with McDonald's isn't the meat. It's the chips and the Coke and the bun. So there you go. This is what Joodles says. Of course, Joodles is taking Lucy's side because those two flock together. Behave yourself, you. You're arguing with a thumbnail. Well, it was a good thumbnail. His name is Dr. Thomas Seyfried, Seyfried. Okay? So Joodles goes, science, schmience. Yeah. Lewis Schaffer science. Me, Lewis. Joe says, I'll keep going. Carbs does not cause cancer. Where are you getting that from? From Thomas Seyfried, from Otto Warburg, and from Common Sense. And you know what? When I was about 18 years old, I was the student manager of the dining commons. A frenemy. Am I a frenemy of yours? I hope. I mean, I like you. I'm not sure you like me. And I tell you that I like you, but that could be abusive, I think. Anyway, let's talk to Joe. Remember what causes cancer. Irritation causes inflammation, causes cancer. Eliminate irritation. And most irritation comes from cigarettes. That's an irritation. Smoke and whatever it is causes it, number one. Alcohol causes irritation. High carbs cause irritation. But what causes the mitochondria, which is the things that's dividing uncontrollably, is carbs. I realize it's a toss-up between professor at Stanford and a guy who looked at a thumbnail. I know, you don't have to believe me. You don't have to believe me, Hugh Jarrett. You don't have to believe me. But I would trust me because I've done actual... I've looked at an open mind. The person who goes to Stanford, what kind of jerk becomes a professor at Stanford? What kind of rules has this guy played? What kind of line has he been on the entire time to make his bosses happy at Stanford? It's like he's like who's the girl? What's her name? It's like Angela Rayner. They just follow the rules. They follow the rules and they get put in the position. You, Jarrett. Marianne says, I enjoy the talk about food. Yeah, because you know why? Thank you, Marianne. It's the only thing we can do. What can we do? Can we change Keir Starmer? Maybe a little bit. Maybe we'll go out there and do something. Not do something bad, but whatever, maybe we'll rally and demonstrate and tell people and fight. But we can actually change our own lives and be healthy. And we don't have to rely on Keir Starmer's NHS. We don't have to rely, or in America, your case, in the mainstream medical thing. We don't have to. Yeah. We can take control of our own life. It's a good job. You rescued that broken tripod from a hard life in the streets. What does that mean? You mean my new tripod? This tripod? Have you seen this tripod? I found this in the street. It's made out of wood. I think it was put together. I don't know. Have any of you seen anything like this? Is it worth anything? It's made out of wood. It has all the parts, basically. I mean, not all of them, but not all of them, but all the parts. I don't think Vance would be a good president for us. Well, who is us? Is us England or is us America? What is the answer to that question? Is us England or is us America? I'm hoping he'll be a good president. He won't be as good as Donald Trump will be, says Daz. Daz thinks he won't be good, but I think he's good. She got a clot in the lung from a clot shot. Oh, I see. But I'm afraid she's certified veggie for decades, so I gave her a protein shake as much as I can. Yeah, she's a veggie. I mean, how old is she? Is she going to change? It's hard to change. I've been carnivore, which is I've been a meat diet for how long? For six since 2019, May 1st, April 1st, one of those days, May 1st, where I just said I'm just going to eat meat. And even now, it's hard for me to eat meat all the time. I eat a lot of junk. I had a cookie today, a biscuit. It's hard. I don't know. What are you doing? You're trying to talk her out of eating, about eating meat? Let's see who's back. Is MC back? Who is MC? MC, where did MC come in? Leanne, where is MC? I didn't see MC. MC Scott. Hiya. Hello there. I didn't see your name. Okay. Hello. Medical cannabis. If you asked a question, I might have answered it. Okay. Trump eats McDonald's and drinks gallons of Diet Coke. Yeah, that's not healthy for you. And we think, oh, Diet Coke, it doesn't have sugar, but it has alcohol in it, types of alcohol, all those sterols or whatever they're called. So you look at the guy, he's still healthy, and he probably listened to his doctor. He listened to his doctor. I fell out. Okay, let's get back on track. Okay. Kermit says, I fell out with the whole family for persuading her to get the jibby jab. Well, yeah, you persuaded her to get the jibby jab. Well, you should have fallen out. Say you're sorry right now. Say you're sorry. Anyway, sorry, I need to see what Trump is announcing. That's at 7 o'clock tonight. It's at 7 o'clock, I heard. I'll be back tomorrow to insert disclaimers into the chat. Yeah. Well, we're going to see. We're going to be over at 7. I'm going to end the show so it's over at 7. And we can all, or maybe I should watch him here. Do you want to watch it together? Is that what we should do? I don't know. What do you know about the 4 AFD local election candidates that all have died recently before the local elections? I haven't heard anything about that. But you know what? I wouldn't put it past them. The Democrats are insane. And the labor and the left, they're violent and insane. They're horrible. The Trump announcement is apparently going to be about the relocation of U.S. Space Command, Lucy says. Yes, that might be true. I heard it's about rechanging the Department of Defense into the Department of War. What this is just so that it's a show and tell. He's showing everybody he's still the president. I'm still okay, and I'll answer all your questions. And I hope he's all right. Lucy. I hope he's all right. Yes, Lewis. It's about time. Someone called out those Stanford professors a-holes. Yeah, they are like the Harvard of the West, Joodles. Yes, they're the Harvard of the West. We were all fooled. Most of us were fooled. Yeah. I mean, I wasn't against vaccines when it first started. I just started to think about it. What happened was I had COVID, what they called COVID, what they diagnosed as COVID, which wasn't the diagnosis, and it wasn't COVID. It was like I had the flu, which isn't really a thing, the flu. It's not, I don't believe in it. So I thought to myself, why am I taking a vaccine for something I already have? You don't do that. You don't take If you have polio, they don't give you a polio vaccine. If you've got chickenpox, they don't give you a chickenpox vaccine. Am I right about this? You guys know it all. You, Jared, knows it all. Kermit knows it all. Judels knows it all. Why should you take a vaccine for something you have? It's called a vaccine because it comes from cow, where they put in cow germs into humans, which supposedly prevented people from getting cowpox or whatever it's called. Or with chickens, they put a little bit of chicken in you. So it struck me as a lie. So I didn't take it. Also, I didn't want to be injected. And then Paul comes to my door a year after. And he says, I've just been to the hospital. And I measured and he said, I wasn't feeling that good. And I said, let me do your blood sugar levels, because I was like really into measuring glucose. I hope you all have glucose machines. I don't do it anymore because it's always low, but I'm planning on buying a new glucose reader anyway. So I measured Chinese Paul, his glucose. And Chinese Paul was at 17. 17. When at 5.9 they declare that you've got pre-diabetes, or in America, diabetes. Okay. So he first of all, he had diabetes. Who knows? It could have come from the shot. So I've become dead set against it. Yeah. Do you want to know something, Jared? Jared says we'll watch Trump at 7:00, but right now he says there are professors in medical engineering. Do you think they're qualified to build bridges? No, because they're professors. They're professors. Those who can't teach. Those who can't teach. I mean, some of them are competent in building bridges, but you would trust somebody who's maybe the guy who is the bridge builder at the bridge building company, whatever that is. Maybe that's what you need to do. I've been bad. Let me get back up here. That's what I'm saying there. First of all, let's just say this. There's top chat and there's live chat. And most people who are in the live chat are also in the top chat. Kate Quinn is here. We'll talk to Kate in a second. So, do I trust professors? It's like what I said about like ugly people who are ugly think they're beautiful. People who are beautiful think they're ugly. And yeah, and what's that Parkinson's law? They reach that level of incompetence. Yes, let's watch it together. Oh, okay, I'll have to set it up. Anyway, so I'm going to set the thing up. Kate Gwynn is back. Hello, Kate Gwynn. Evening, all. I joined for a laugh as I've been tending to a poorly guinea pig. Needed distraction. Well, you got to feed guinea pigs. Need to be fed carbs. Lucy says something interesting, and I am a huge Lucy fan. Huge Lucy fan. Whether she's a fan of mine, I think I'm a Lucy. Starmer has criticized the Met for arresting Linehan. Says they should concentrate on serious crime. One thing you got to remember about Keir Starmer. He says that, and that sounds good, but he is a liar. He lies a million times. He lies. He's trained to lie. That's what the communists do. He's a communist. He's a socialist. He's a liar. Okay, hello, Lewis. There you go. So Kate Quinn is here. We're going to go over here to my page. If you see any nude pictures of me on my live stream, okay, you did not see them. I want you to deny. Promise never to tell that you've seen them, but you didn't see them. You didn't hear it. You didn't feel it. You won't say nothing to no one. Never in your life you didn't hear. You haven't heard it. Not a word of it. It's not without any truth. That's what I'm saying. We're singing the songs. Lucy, it's a lie. It's a lie. We want to believe that he's not in favor of that. Cows, first of all, there are no germs. There's bacteria. The technical word for it is schmutz. That's the Yiddish word. There's stuff that you can eat that can make you sick, that can make you have irritation, which causes inflammation, which causes disease, which causes death. Okay? Okay? So let me go over to here. Let's go to the go to my website. Not with the website. Let me see where it can be. Trump Live. You could be doing it just to make a where can we watch this? I want to watch it. What site can we watch it on? Unfortunately, I'm looking at Google, so it's got all sorts of horrible things on Google. I want to look YouTube. Trump Live, YouTube today. Maybe I'll send a message to my beautiful son and say, where can we watch this? Let me just see this here. He's not going to watch it the same place that I'm going to watch it. Where can we watch Trump? I tell you, this show has been a good show. We've had a good time. The White House. How about the White House thing? YouTube, the White House Live, President Trump. Let me just see what this is. I'm going to go way down here. BBC News. No, I don't watch BBC. I don't pay for the BBC. Screw the BBC. Okay, maybe I'll be arrested for saying that. Yeah, maybe that is. He says that. Oh, look at that. My son walked up Arthur's seat. He's in Sky. That's so good. I'm going to just tell him it's so good. You mind? Just hold on for a second. That's so good. Because we used to walk up Arthur's seat when I was trying to be his father. Let's see. I don't know where it's going to be. Maybe it could be the Daily Wire. How about the Daily Wire? Daily Wire. Could watch it here. I can't find it here. I don't know where it is. The Fall of the West. I don't know. Anybody have any ideas? Let's ask. And we're asking the studio audience. Anybody have ideas? Okay, hold on. I'm a bit far behind. I think I'm far behind. Where can we see them? Me and Claire will be peeking. Okay. Schmutz. Yes, it's a technical term. Ruben, you know what I'm talking about. Okay. We're waiting to watch. I'm trying to hook this up. Grok says you can't broadcast Trump, Lewis, unless you have express permission. Oh, that's interesting, Joodles. Okay. I'm being censored by the tube. My team, World Post, was cut. My son, yeah, Ruben, my son's in Vatanai said that. My son's in Edinburgh. Oh, my God. That's where I used to climb as a kid, Leanne says. My family lived very close off his seat, yes. Well, I've spent a lot of time there. I've spent about a year of my life in Edinburgh doing the show. Once I went for a job interview, and they told me they were looking for a person who was responsible. I said I was their man because on my last job, anything that went wrong, I was responsible. Kate. Okay. Okay, where are we? So what can I do? Can I not look at it? Cow germs. Yes, it's for cow germs. But it's not germs. It's just genetic material in a cow. It's like when you get heart surgery and let's say they have to replace your heart. They've got to give you anti-resistance. Oh, what a nice picture, my son said. Oh my God, it's a lovely day there up there. It's a nice day. It's a nice day, and he climbed up there. That is so nice. That is really, really nice. A shout out to my son. A shout out. A professor isn't a professional teacher, Lewis. Well, not most. They have a career and the thing they're doing to become professors as a result of being good at it. Yes. Okay. Yes. Yes. I might have a little bit more faith in you because if they're a bridge builder, then if they're a doctor, a medical doctor, if they work for the CDC, if they work at Harvard and they come up with vaccines, those people are a bunch of SUCM. Oh, here's my son. How are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? And ales nothing. My grandson eats everything. Yeah, everything. You cannot watch it, Lewis says Joodles, but you'll have to mute it for us. You cannot broadcast it. Why can't I broadcast it? It comes from the White House. I don't believe that to be true. Who says that? Where is that? That sounds... I can believe it to be true, but I don't know why it's true. I don't know why is it true. If you find Trump, you can give us the link, and then we can watch it simultaneously while you comment, says Hi Okerman. Okay, I can do that. But why can't I put it on there? It seems to be on a million different other channels. It seems to be on here. I don't know. Can you show me where it says that? Okay, I'm going to ask here. Can you rebroadcast Trump speech announcement today? Okay, we're asking that. Okay, let's ask the question. How are you doing? What are you doing? Is your bag over there with your shoes? By your door? Could you just bring it into your room?
I'm trying these out.
All the shoes. No, you didn't. You put it. Well, why did you give them to me? And I'll.
That's what I did.
What did you do? You didn't. You put it in the. Yeah, you put it in the cabinet. I don't want it. You don't want any of the shoes. No, they look expensive shoes.
They're not. Then you're just broke.
I'm broke. Well, anything that's free is good.
No.
You want to come sit over here?
No, I'm doing something.
What are you doing? Don't tell me what you're doing. We're live on the air here. Jewel says to stream a president's. What are you doing? You going somewhere?
No. Mum's going somewhere and she
needs a suitcase or something?
Yes.
There's tons of stuff in there. You can give her one of those. To stream a president's broadcast legally, the YouTuber must have the explicit permission from the copyright holder, i.e. the White House, a news network, or an event organizer. Well, what does that mean exactly? It's like streaming music without permission. I don't believe that. I don't believe the White House would get upset at me for restreaming this. I see this constantly being done. I don't know. I don't necessarily believe that. I believe one of the big tech channels are the legal wranglings with Bloomberg over this right now. Interesting. Sorry, I don't know who that is, but I'll check him out. Who are you talking to? Who? What? If you find Trump, you can give us the link and we can watch it. So, the link is pretty easy to see. I mean, I'll find the link, but I wanted to just. I could find it on my phone over here. How about that? And I'll plug it in. Hold on 1 second. Oh yeah, we're running out of time. Trump should watch Lewis. Me, yes, exactly. Thank you, Vatanai. I asked you stay away from him. He's too young for you. He's 20. How old are you? 22 years old. Okay. 22. He is an old rapper from the 90s, part of Snoop Dogg, Dog Pound. Okay, I missed out. I'm coming a bit late. I'm coming a bit late. I'm going to get my earphone so I can see if I can earphone this so I can talk and that. Okay. All right. I know the feeling. I know the feeling, Kermit. It's very hard. My son is 22. He's rock hard. He's an idiot, though. I don't think he's an idiot, but he's like, you're 22. That's what it's like. 22. 22. I hope he's on my team, but I don't think he is. Yeah. Yeah, if any of you want to give my son experience, you can give him experience. Leanne, let's give my son experience. Let's give me experience, too. Give me an experience. Caroline Cooper. Sometime back, I watched an interview with Graham Linehan. He's really been through it since being canceled. I hope he's getting heaps of support from all the comedians and those who identify as comedians. Well, he's getting support from me. Here's the problem. Here's the problem. He was famous, number one. He was brilliant, number two. And people loved him, number three. And then they just turned on him, like J.K. Rowling. Those people, F them. That's what I say, F them. Leanne says, I love my 40s. Couldn't pay me to go back. Rubbish. Rubbish. I'd be 22 in an instant. I'd be 22 in an instant. You know? Am I pimping out the chat? What does that mean? Am I trying to get people to hook up with each other? Is that what you mean by that, Jester? I was watching him too, says Kate Quinn, and I was shocked how much he's been through for having an opinion. Yeah, because the opinion is the opposite opinion, and we're at war. It's like saying I don't like Wagner to a Nazi. Of course they're going to get upset. And you go, well, it's just Wagner. Why do you care that I don't like Wagner? And the truth is, what the trans people are doing is fundamentally, they believe it. They believe it. It's okay to castrate children. That's what they believe. That's what they believe. It's not okay to castrate. I'd happily have my 40s back. Yeah, me too. Give me a year. When you're about to die, you think I'll take a week, a day. I'll take a week or day. But we're here now. We're old now. I am old now, and I am trying to make the best of not just a bad situation for me, for you. I'm trying to make this as interesting as possible. Okay, let me see what I can do on my phone. Can you hear that? No. J.K. Rowling never turned on Linehan, Lewis. It's BS. I didn't say she did. Did I say that? I didn't say that. Did I say that? Did I say she turned on him? I didn't say that. He's thirsty for her attention and cried about it a week ago. Well, what? I didn't say that J.K. Rowling turned on him. I didn't say that. At least I don't think the tide has switched like 6 weeks ago. I think we are about to see a whole lot of winning. I hope so. I hope we see a whole lot of winning. I did a play about it. I mean, one of my comedy things about it called You Are Beautiful. And I thought it was, I'm against children being uncircumcised, children being castrated. I'm against it. And we need to call it castration. I'm against men. I don't mind. I guess men dressing up as women and making us tell them that they're women. No, says Leanne, I love me now. I'm not perfect and wouldn't want to be, but I'm the best I have been right now. It'd be nice to be young still. I mean, you want to believe that, Leanne? You are the best. I've seen the pictures of before and after, and you look amazing. You look amazing, but I'd like to be 22. It gives me more time. Yeah, Graham Linehan's marriage broke up. So did mine. So did mine. Why am I sitting here? Why did my girlfriend leave me? because she was told, because I support Trump, and because I work for GB News, and I become, and well, that's other people have told me, Lewis, you've changed. You've changed. Yeah, the situation has changed, so I, of course, changed. No, I don't know what that was about. I don't know what I said there, but I could have been speaking about that. But people, I'm saying they turned on Graham Linehan. He was loved and laughed at and appreciated and famous, and he was considered brilliant. And then all of a sudden, he couldn't get any work. And I've been sort of there from a much lower. Hello. What are you looking for?
Nothing. Do your show.
Okay, I'm doing my show. And that's what happened to me, not to the same degree as it happened to Graham Linehan. Because
coming over to get this.
Is she going to come up and say hello? Because I'm doing a show now. If she wants to come in, she can come sit on the show.
She's not. Stop joking.
She's not going to come up. Okay.
She's not coming onto the show, Dad.
Why not? Are you surprised that I would ask her to come onto the show?
No, I'm surprised that you're making a joke.
No, I'm not making a joke. I'm serious. If she wants to come on, she can come on.
She doesn't want to come onto your show.
Ruben says the poor guy was hospitalized by the whole experience, not marriage, but being arrested. Yes, it could happen. It's really super stressful. It's super, super stressful. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to destroy us. We're not going to be destroyed. Not going to be destroyed. Kate Gwynn says, people do change through life, though. And some want you to stay the same. How can it be the same at 51 when you were 20 as you were when you're 21? You can't stay the same. You cannot stay the same. You can't stay the same. You're right. I mean, we got to be happy with what we have now. We've got to be happy. I'm trying to be as nice as I can to all the different people. Okay. Russ says, I love Trump because it's a fact that cats do not cross Trump's path because they're afraid. No, we don't make those jokes. Lewis, behave. What did I say that was wrong? I don't know what I said was wrong, Ruben. No. Okay, no. Okay. Oh, Keith. He called not she like she's his mother or something. He meant donating. Yeah. I mean, that's what I'm saying. J.K. Rowling is rich, but she's not that rich. Okay, everybody, this is what we're going to do. We're going to make sure we like this stream. Are we liking the stream? Make sure we like it. Okay? Make sure we like it. Trump announcement. Make sure we like it. Make sure we subscribe. Make sure we maybe throw Lewis a bone by joining. How about that? How about doing that? Join. That means sending me 10 pence a day. That's what you're doing. You're sending me 10 pence a day forever until you change your mind. You can change your mind in an instant. I don't want to watch it on any of these channels. Right side. Maybe this is it. That's 8:22. Today, 2 September, 2nd September. Six hours, 1 hour, live, the White House. Okay, I'm looking at the White House. Maybe you can watch it at the White House. Okay, I'm going to see if this comes up. I'm going to look here. I'm not going to look there. I'm not looking there. I'm not looking there. Because that's going to mess up with our sound. I should do that, Daz. I should clip it down. Yeah, we got over 1,000. It's really good news. We're building up slowly. And then when I figure this thing out, maybe I'll get some young punk kid like my son who should be doing this, but he's not doing this, to clip things out, to watch the shows, to make 2-minute things, to make things like that. And then we'll go from there. But we'll have all of us people will be there from the beginning. So So let's just put this here. Trump. Trump. Okay, hold on. Okay. I don't want to watch CNBC. I don't want to watch CBBC. I want to watch some channel that I am into. Yeah, Lud, it is the key to eternal life. Not eternal life, but it is important. Okay, I'm watching it now. Everybody sign up. Okay, are we watching it, everybody? Everybody watch it. Watch this thing. Go to other YouTube channel. Very funny, Lucy. Go watch this thing. Okay, everybody. I'm saying goodbye. I'm saying goodbye. I'm saying goodbye. Thank you very much. Okay, well, we'll see you later. This has been a great show. Listen to the president. The president looks like he's okay. He looks okay. Doesn't look amazing, but he looks okay. He's a lot better than whatever it is. And if he's not okay, we'll get somebody else in his place. Thank you, Judels. Thank you, Kate. Thank you, Kermit. Thank you, Ruben. Thank you, Kate Gwynn, for coming back. Daz and Lud and Leanne, beautiful Leanne, and Vatanai and beautiful Judels and Russ. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Jedster. Lord, I thank you, everybody who's been here today. This has been our best show ever. This has been absolutely the best show ever. Thank you. Come back. We'll see you tomorrow. Caroline, we'll see you tomorrow. I hope to see you all tomorrow. Okay. Ruben, thank you very much. You, Jared, thank you. Lorna, thank you. Joe, thank you, thank you, thank you. Keith Bexley, thank you. Thank you, Lucy.